Get you with the fine tooth comb. Whoa. Let's get this so the light doesn't get us. Good evening, everybody. Oh, what's he doing? Hello, Aubrey. How are you? There's Sarah. There's Troll. How are you? Mr. Jefferson, how are you? Good evening, William. Lisa Reno. Aubrey said, I was the first. Little sun kissed. Fixing me a drink. Hello, Miss Joan. Hello, Rusty. Hello, Miss Betty. Charlene, how are you? Oh, I am making me a concoction. Guys, like I was telling you the other night, I like orange soda. I love orange soda. But one of the things that I do is they sell these here, the sparkling water beverages. 10 calories. 10 calories. They sell these at Food Lion, and I get 2 of these, Sunkissed, and I put into them, and it gives me the taste of like an orange soda. Hello, Sprague. How are you? B. Disney. How are you? David and Tammy. How are you? There's Zoe. I'm trying to keep the light from blinding us tonight. How is everybody? Hope everybody's had a good day. Let's see, who else did we miss? I know Rusty was in here. River Hall's in here. Said Layla, I'm not busy anymore. Time to watch. You got it. My marching band is going to Disney this fall. Let me tell you, that is a really good trip. That is really a good trip to go on. Hello, Rita. How are you? The Geneva checklist. There you go. He is upstairs. I hear him moving around. Him and I just got in from work myself. I just got off the radio probably 30 minutes ago. And him and I had a conversation. Usually our conversation it's to the point of I come in and I had my waters in a bag. And usually the conversation is, did you bring me a toy? And when I tell him, no, I didn't bring him a toy. Why didn't you bring me a toy? And the next time you go out, this is the toy I want. So, up, Christine. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Christine, what did you hear? Yes, you've got our attention now. Uh-oh. Nope, that's not him. That's the big one. Yes, he is upstairs. Well, thank you. Now, what you're about to hear is going to sound like a train. Nope, it's not. Would you like to say hello tonight?
Hello.
would you Would you like to get your sprunkies and come down and sit with me? And okay, all right. Um, well, I'm glad your sister loves the content. The only thing that I have heard, Whitaker wise, is that I believe that is it Thursday? I think Patrick is to go to court on Thursday. And that is basically because of the charges that are brought against him. I think they're trying to get him for breaking his probation. So I'm not sure of that, but that's what I think is there. I read that they are doing rail. Ray does not make that yelling sound. Timmy has made good friends. Awesome. If that is the case, that is awesome. There, that is awesome. I haven't. Let me tell you. I think because of everything that has gone on, um, it has been extremely quiet. Again, I think everybody's letting everybody go through the court process of everything and doing that, and I think that's what's happening there. So everything is going in that direction. I think that that's what you're seeing. Um, I don't know if you up there's Wyatt. What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know if that is what you will see uh, and what's going on there. Are you joining us tonight,
Yeah, I guess.
guys? You're about to meet Killian. Killian is the oldest. This
Yeah.
is this is Lucian's brother, and he is making his way down here. And he is just, you want to say hi to everybody, not what's up, just hello.
Hi.
There you go. And everybody's talking. I hear Lucian moving around upstairs, so I'm sure he's collecting sprunkies to, uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi. I hear him.
I got my Swifties in a bag.
Yes, him and Lucian do look alike. They do look alike. Don't throw them on the floor.
They're not gonna break.
I know they're not going to break.
I'm just gonna do it right now.
Read it on the news feed. Cannot remember which one. Well, Christine, if it is true, that is very good
I'm going to
news.
do it.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run.
Oh,
Oh, it is on the floor.
yeah. After you hit me in the back of the head with it. What in the world? Yeah, he's done hit me in the back of the head with sprunkies. Yes, Rusty. Yes, guys, if you are in the room, please be respectful. No bad comments. If you throw up bad comments, you will be kicked out of the room. That is, we've got moderators. If you have a question and I do not answer your question, you see the people in the blue, ask one of the people that are in the blue. They are the moderators in the room. They control the room and run the room. I will talk with you. I'll answer anything I can talk to. No, please.
I'm not gonna hit with that.
No, but you're going to hit me with it. Look, this is what I'm dealing with right now.
Wee.
What in the world? What in the world? You know. Yes, did you see him swinging nunchucks at me? Yeah, keep it PG or you will be zapped. Jed, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, they are all over the place. Rusty, if I could bottle it, Wyatt, if I could bottle it up for us, I would do it in a heartbeat. Yes. They're having a good old time. This is where they come and do a lot of playing, and they have a good time down here, and a lot of toys down here, so they get down here and play. Yes. Well, we deal with the fact they think they know it. Lucian tried it for a little while, didn't like it too much. Killian's been doing it now for almost about a year. Yes, so that's what we have to deal with there. But no, I hope that's true. I hope that conversation that somebody posted, I hope that is true. I would love for them to be living in a good atmosphere. I'm hoping they're being cared for properly, being loved properly. Yes, never a dull moment. I promise you. Sarah said, to the person whose dog passed away.
I'm getting my sprunkies killed.
Oh, you got your sprunkies?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, a lot of prayers for you. Hopefully everything will be okay there.
Black.
Oh, Joan said, we're gearing up for a blizzard. The wind is already 35 to 40 miles an hour, close to a foot of heavy snow. I get it. Yes.
Don't do that.
Yes, no, I'm gonna ask you to get down. I'm gonna ask you to get down, and I'm gonna send both of you back upstairs in a minute.
Later.
See you later.
Please stay down.
Hey. Lucia Noah.
Don't make me bring out the stick.
Lucia Noah. Hey,
Don't make me bring out the stick and doom. Eat.
no. Dalton. Okay. I saw Dalton earlier. Easy lanes. Sprunky for Sprunky. Yes. I had to just go on a venture with my sister's TV to try to sign her back into YouTube. Let me tell you, he's pulling on me. That is an adventure. I'm going to tell you something. I have a lot of degrees where it comes to things in this world and going to school. Today I get on the phone with the young lady from the bank, and we are going over mobile banking. And the young lady, I spent 30 minutes trying to get mobile banking set up today. And I call her and I say, look, I'm on the app. I can't get it set up. What do I need to do properly? And she goes, you need to
me.
hang on. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, hold on. Let's just turn the show over to you. I was only in the middle of a story.
You guys can't tell.
Yeah, I was only in the middle of a story, but if you need to,
You can't tell.
well, are you going to show somebody something?
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh. Hey, Rusty says hi. Can you tell hi to Rusty?
Hi.
Say hi, Rusty.
Which one is this?
This is Mr. Tree. Is that Mr. Tree?
Yeah, he have a mouth and eyes.
Oh.
He don't got nose. Okay.
Okay, what are we doing?
The first one. I need a pencil.
Oh, you need a pen?
How are you writing his name?
How do I write whose name?
Mr. Cream.
You need an M?
But I need you can do it.
Well, why? Oh, who sent you that? Sarah sent you a big heart. Say thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Now, just scroll it.
What?
Scroll it.
No, why do I have to write it?
Okay.
Why can't you write it? Sea Sprague said, hey, little buddy,
I don't know how to end.
you don't know how to put it in there?
Yeah. And do all the letters.
What do you mean do all the letters? Mr. Tree. But no, I spent 30 minutes on the phone with a young lady today going over the fact of mobile banking. And she, right in the middle of the conversation, she goes, are you doing this from a laptop or are you doing this from your phone? And I said, I'm on my phone. I'm on an app. And she goes, oh, no, you have to do it from a laptop first. Then you can do the app. Information that could have been easily told to me 25, 30 minutes before her and I sat there for 30 minutes trying to figure this out. But we got it figured out. We got it figured out. Miss Judy said, hi, Lucian. Christine said, hi, Lucian. Sarah said, hi, Lucian. Uh-oh, prayers for Wyatt tonight. What's going on with Wyatt? Close friends, family just passed away today. You're older than me, and I'm 30. Ah, Wyatt, I'm sorry, buddy. I am so sorry. Rita, has anyone ever questioned Betty possibly having some sort of habit? We're already suspect Larry and his family. You know, that would not shock me. Uh-oh. Look at that, Mr. Tree.
I'm showing you guys this in case you know.
Yeah, just in case you don't know what Mr. Tree looks like. Here, let me see Mr. Tree. There's the picture. This is Mr. Tree. Oop, let me hold him up like this. That's Mr. Tree. Good job, buddy. Yep, that's the picture. Everybody saying good job.
That's one.
You did a good job, Mr. Tree. There you go. Yeah, that would not shock me. And we've talked about it before. Yeah, praying for Wyatt. Absolutely. We've talked about it before. Uh, Seed break. It does look like Mr. Broccoli, doesn't it? Do you like broccoli? This looks like broccoli.
It's not tree.
It's a tree. Okay.
These are leaves,
These are leaves.
and this is wood.
That's wood. Okay. I got you. Yes, sea spray, it is not broccoli. According to Lucian, it's not broccoli. It looks like broccoli. But
It's leaves.
but no, look, with Betty,
I know.
I don't know if Betty's doing anything. I don't know if that's ever been brought to light. If she is, I've never heard of anything. I know that, BJ and Larry, they've made reference to those facts. Gave them a call back, said within 24 hours, received a text that a call within 20 minutes. 2 hours later, they call. Sarah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's the simplest things that you can sit here and tell me are the things they don't tell you. And I am literally on the app, and there's nothing on the app, the front part of the app, that says, hey, you need to be on a PC or a laptop in order to do this. Nothing there to do that. So, Miss Joan, I think Betty is starting to feel the heartbreak of being away from her family. And we were seeing it early. I think that is something that she is going to have to deal with for a time now, especially if the stories start coming out that they are, if they are surviving well, being away from the family. I hope that's true. I really do. I pray that that's true. All right, Zoe, we'll see you here in a little bit. Could be. Could be. If they drug test her and she tests positive, I think if all of them, that could be a situation of them not being put back into the situation that they're being put back into.
Give me, right?
Hey, Mama needs you.
Let me just make ready and then I'm done.
I gave you 5 minutes, and 5 minutes is over.
Let me just make red and then I'm done.
Hey, you gotta go upstairs with Mama.
I'm making this red one.
How much longer is your drawing going to be? How long? Are you almost done?
Almost. He's drawing the spikes on the head now. Here, finish red. You got to go to school tomorrow. Let me see red. Let's show everybody.
And then red and that.
That doesn't look like red. That looks like an oxalotl.
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
Yes.
Like
What
axolotl.
it is.
Yep.
And why it is red.
Is that red? There's red.
All right, tell everybody goodbye.
Hey,
Bye.
come here.
Bye.
Say see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I'll see you Thursday. We'll be back Thursday.
Be back Thursday.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.
No, red.
Oh, now you're gonna take my picture away.
Come on.
Do you want to auction it off to the highest bidder? So here we go. Highest bidder. Highest bidder.
Red.
Red. Thank you.
Come on, kiddo.
Oh, careful.
You got to come pick out some books. Yes.
He's doing his drawings. There's Rocker.
That was so high. How high is it?
He is heading upstairs. I've got his bag. I've got his bag of scrunchies. Oh, Christine said, I'm actually watching you and Pioneer Woman. I don't know who you'll learn more from. I've got a feeling it's Pioneer Woman. I've just got that feeling. I don't know what it is, but you know, I don't know what's happening. Mr. Jefferson, it's been chaotic. It has been really chaotic. Lucian, his brother, came down. Killian, they've been running around. Trust me, we'll get back on course here in a minute. Rusty said, got moonshiners on Discovery Channel. Rusty, I will tell you this. The town that I am in, and I'm in Roanoke, Virginia, right next to us is Franklin County. And where Franklin County is that's where you see Tickle. You see the Law brothers. One of the Law brothers just passed away. Henry is still living. The other brother passed away on us. That show is filmed a lot right here in my backyard. It is one of the things that we grew up with. You were like, thank you. I appreciate that. Rocker, watching Moonshiners. Those shows literally are being filmed in my backyard. Moonshining has become a huge business in this area. Yes, Robert Duvall, Betty. He was living right here in the state of Virginia in Fauquier County. He passed away yesterday. So I had to get out and come in. I see you now, Miss Betty. Yeah, I love this show. Reminds me back when I used to live in Clay County, Eastern Kentucky. Yeah. Yes, good rye. This is something. When my uncle was living, my uncle would be one who would partake in a little beverage every now and then. Peter has popped in and out. I have not seen anything from Shauna. I will send Shauna a message through one of the feeds that I normally send her something and see what's going on with her. I have not seen Shauna. Oh, Christine said, I met Popcorn Sutton and did not know who he was. He was very kind to your son and even took him very nice. That is awesome. He was, yes, Rusty's right. He was the godfather of moonshine. We had up the road from us, we had you're fine, Geneva. Have a great night. You are fine. Terribly sorry, Santa, but I have to go. It's been a blast for a while. I'm sorry it was so confusing tonight. We were all over the place tonight, and I apologize for that. But no, we had a group of men that ran Shine, and they figured out if they could set it up as a cemetery that nobody would ever mess with them. And they ran Shine for years out of this plot of land that they had put headstones and everything on, but nobody was buried there. It's an interesting story. If you ever have time to sit down and just type in Moonshine Cemetery, Virginia, it's an interesting story. So Mark and Digger are hilarious. We bought his book. Yes. There are a group of people, and I met a gentleman years ago, and I think I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. Josh is jinx. Josh needs to get out of the business. He really does. You want to talk about somebody that just it was not, there's not a horseshoe, there's not a four-leaf clover, there's not anything there that, everybody will show. It's a good show. It really is. And it gives you the inner workings of moonshine. But I had an uncle who partaked in a little shine every now and then. And he got to the point when he was a couple years left in his life where he was buying moonshine from someone. And come to find out, they were running the moonshine through radiators off of cars. And it was contaminating the shine. And most people will tell you when it comes to moonshine, put a little bit in the cap, light it on fire. If it turns blue, it's good. if it's turned red, if it turns red, it's bad. And we ended up having to put him into a nursing home for a while. He had gotten alcohol poisoning so bad from a bad batch of moonshine that it really took him down for a couple months, and we had to put him into a care facility for a little while. But we got him back up, we got him going good again, and come to find out, he had been basically it was alcohol poisoning, and we had found several jars in his home, going through his home, and come to find out, all of the jars had been contaminated because of the way they were making it. So, uh, Rusty, yep, ours would burn blue about 5 minutes before it went out. Blue is the color. That's the color. And then the proof of it is the way you shake it and you look at the bubbles. And so, drink, they had to throw me in the river to get my breath. Got in so much trouble. I was in West Virginia. High Octane 180. Got to watch who you buy it from. Yes, he was buying it from a guy that, like I said, was just doing it wrong, and almost took his life. It really did. And you got to be really careful. Yes. You shake it, look for the bridge bubbles. Yep. So no, that's the thing. But I had met a gentleman years ago, and he was in the state of Virginia. Yes, William, it is sad to see Savannah Guthrie's videos. To her, there's hope still there. I don't know how much hope is there. I wanna believe that Nancy Guthrie is alive. I wanna believe that everything will end okay. The longer it goes, the more I get scared. And that's the sad part about it, you know. And we're going into some time now. And so, yeah. Rocker said, I drank some apple pie before. A lot of shot houses. Yes. Yeah, no, we had a gentleman that lived next door to us, and he got into some of the flavor of one night, and my uncle and my brothers and them had told him, said, "Look, this is sipping. This isn't drinking. This isn't like beer or something like that. You know, you take you a couple sips." And my uncle would take peaches, and he would put the peaches down in it. And then he would cut the slices of peaches, and he would take them out of the shine, and he would suck on the piece of peach. And that's how he would, and then he would eat the piece of peach. But that's how he would consume some of it there. But the gentleman that lived next door to us, he got so lit one night. I'm talking, we had to literally carry him up the flight of stairs to get him back into his apartment, because he thought he could drink it, and it wasn't meant for drinking. Kept a little still. Everybody thought lawnmower in it. Hey, that's the best way to do it. Okay, Mr. Jefferson, you got to be careful, buddy. You got to listen to your parents. If your parents are on you, be careful about, who you're in chat rooms with. This is a good chat room. People in here are very good and very respectful, but you got to be careful. In a shotgun house. Yep. Moonshine is liquid fire. It is. And that's the thing. But I had met, all right, let me get to where I was going. I had met this gentleman. Happy birthday to your dad, Rocker. Oh, look at that. Happy birthday. But there was a gentleman who sold mayonnaise. And back in the day, jars got harder and harder to get, and especially in Franklin County. Well, he had went into this little general store in Franklin County, and he had told the guy, he said, "Hey, I've got, mayonnaise." And the guy goes, "Okay, give me about 9 or 10 jars of mayonnaise." Well, he came back a couple weeks later. The guy had sold all of them out. And the guy said, "Well, I tell you what, give me 5 cases of it." And he goes, "Buddy, Franklin County's not that big. Are you going to be able to handle this much mayonnaise?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. We got you covered." Well, he come back in about a month or so, and the guy goes, "Well, I tell you what, why don't you bring me about 40 cases of mayonnaise?" And he goes, 40 cases of mayonnaise? What do you come to find out? They were taking the mayonnaise out of the jars. They were feeding it to the pigs, and they were using the jars for shine. And this gentleman had become one of the biggest sellers of mayonnaise for his company on the East Coast and didn't realize what they were doing until finally somebody said, "Hey, you know what they're doing with your jars?" And he goes, "No, I have no clue." And he goes, "They're feeding the mayonnaise to the hogs, and then they're taking your jars and they're putting shine in your jars." And that, yeah, $100 a gallon back in the day. Susie Q, nothing wrong with glasses of wine to unwind before bed. Moderation, drink responsibly. Yeah, but no, that is the thing. We have, being in Virginia, being around Franklin County and all that, Ridge Runner back into that. Yes. We've been around, there's always been moonshine somewhere, around us, you know. Mary said, "I bought moonshine from Popcorn years ago." Mary, I'm telling you now, if you still had some of that moonshine, you would be sitting on a gold mine. Um, the amount of money that they are fetching for Popcorn Sutton moonshine is unbelievable. Oh, Millie is 4. Look at that. Rocker said popcorn was amazing. It's amazing how that culture, they're growing up as kids, we were always told that if we were out driving and things like that, you don't go down back roads. You don't know what you're going to go into. We had friends of ours that lived that lifestyle, and you better be sure that you were known going down those roads. If not, you were running into some problems. It was going to be an issue for you. And we grew up with a gentleman who lived that lifestyle, and we were met going into the roads into his home by men that wanted to know why we were there, and we knew him, and so JB Raider is still alive as far as I know. Mary said JB passed away. Did he? I'm not sure. One said he passed away. One said he lived. I know I see episodes on the show. Okay, so he must have passed away. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of I'm not sure there. I know Jim Tom passed away. Yeah. Not sorry, wrong one. Mary said wrong one. JB, I think, is still living. Jim Tom passed away. So, but watching Josh, that I feel bad for that guy. I'm talking that every time that guy gets around something, it just goes wrong. And you would live by that. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. He all told us about it. Gloom, despair, agony on me. So But boy, he gets into a lot of trouble. But Mark and Digger, I like watching them for the simple fact that they're always that close of getting locked up, and they never get locked up, but they're always that close. Uh, Susie Q said, "It's crazy to think that NASCAR." Let me tell you, if it wasn't for Run and Shine, I don't know where NASCAR would be. That was the ground roots of NASCAR. You're absolutely right. Josh actually makes good liquor. He does, but boy, there's just that black cloud that's over top of him, and especially when he wants to go racing and do things like that. Every time you look, he's getting hurt when he goes racing. Things catches on fire around him. It's just really bad. I have watched Tickle's barbecue show. I have not been to his restaurant yet. Um, I know that my nephew met him about 2 years ago. Um, his son wanted some tattoos removed, and my nephew at the time was removing tattoos. He was, the lasers and everything. That was his job, was helping remove tattoos. And they had come and sat down with my nephew and spoke with him about tattoo removal. So, but Henry Law and them, you see them quite a bit around the area because they live right here in our back door. So, yeah, no, there. Like I said, every time he goes to do something, it is not good. No. Let's see. Yeah, we're missing a few tonight. We're missing Miss Jones here, Sarah's here, Rocker's here, Betty's here. I don't think Malaya's mom's not here. Don't forget, guys, Malaya's mom has a channel, a YouTube channel now. She's trying to do some videos. And yeah, Judy's here. I got Judy. Um, but yeah, go to Malaya's mom's channel and like her channel. Rosie's not here. Anita's not here. Malaya's mom. Yes. Yeah, we know we're missing a few tonight. Oh, Malaya's mom's channel doing awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, no, I hope that kicks off. I really do. Susie Q's back. C-Spray, here's my thing with all these shows, and you know it as well as I do. There is some TV quality to it. You have to have storylines. You have to have, yeah, Rocker. Nothing on the Whitakers except for Christine said that she had seen a post to where they were saying that the three that have been taken out of the home are doing very well, evidently. And they're saying that Lorraine is smiling quite a bit these days, that Timmy has a friend, and that Ray has stopped making the barking sounds and things like that, that he is trying to communicate without that. I know that I believe Patrick has a court date Thursday. I think it's the 19th. And he's got a court date to go in and see talk to the judge. And I think they're trying to get him on the violation of probation charges because the other charges have been put on him. So that's what I think's going on there. Guys, please don't fall for that. Mary says, I think Patrick has lost his mind, still asking for donations. Let me tell you, the judge will deal with this. the judge will handle this. And I hope that it is something that one day we can set back and just say, look, relax a little bit. He's um, got to stop this donation stuff. Got to stop. Uh, let this family be in good shape and just let it calm down for a little while. It had started to calm down there for a little while, and then the charges had come in on Patrick, and that kind of opened it back up a little bit. Yeah, the creators are here for clicks. You know that as well as I do. Guys, I've got 31 people in the room right now. We're here to talk. We're here to have a good time. We're here to laugh about things. We're here to bring each other up and enjoy each other. Yeah, we had that conversation a while back that when things died down, we would have to go in different directions. We're now doing this 3 days a week. We're having a good time. We're talking to each other. Look, tonight we're talking moonshine. Out of all the things you could have told me this morning that we would have sat down and had conversations over, moonshine, I doubt moonshine would have ever come into the picture. Lisa Reno always praying for the Whitakers. Absolutely. C. Sprague said, "What's everybody having for dinner?" Yeah, Miss Joan, it's rough sometimes watching other creators because they attack each other. I'm going to share a story with you because I saw didn't eat dinner yet. I saw a story this morning. It's a young lady. Do you guys know what AMSR is? Those are the videos where somebody will set and they'll take a and how are you? Are you okay? What's going on? Listen to my nails. AMSR, they're trying to get your senses to do this. There was a young lady this morning, and I saw the video. The video is only about 4 or 5 minutes long. Sarah said lasagna and garlic bread. Oh, that sounds good. Chinese, shrimp and snow peas. Absolutely. I'm coming to your house. Chef salad, Mary said. But hang on. Judy Clark said, I love ASMR. What'd I say? AMSR? What is it? ASMR? I got the letters right. On a bland diet. I got you. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, we're all in here. So you may have to go back out and reset. If you're getting error messages, you may have to go out and reset. But I saw a young lady this morning, and I don't know the content creator's name. I just saw she was saying goodbye. And this young lady makes the ASMR videos and evidently has been doing it for a number of years. She has 670,000 subscribers, almost 1 million subscribers, and she's quitting YouTube. And I sat and I listened to her video. Guys, if you understand YouTube is a very valuable tool to use. But YouTube is also a rabbit hole that you don't want to go down. And one of the key things, I've got a couple guys that live here in Roanoke that have a couple YouTube channels, millions of subscribers on their channels. And one of the initial comments that I was told about YouTube was, don't read the comments. Whatever you do, do not read the comments. And I'm like, well, why is that? Well, a buddy of mine got onto a TV show. And I don't know if you are familiar with My Big Fat Fabulous Life. If you're familiar with that show, let me know right now. My Big Fat Fabulous Life. How many of you are familiar with that show? I just spit out iced tea during your AMSR demo. I'm sorry. Hello. How are you? Yes. My mom watched it. Yes, Sarah said, I know that show. Yes, I've seen it a few times. Okay. I know the show. Whitney, absolutely. Okay. Here's the fun we're about to have here. Because we can Kevin Bacon this my big fat fabulous life all the way around. Do you remember, and answer the question when I asked this, do you remember the show made about me? Uh, I hope not. Do you remember when they did the couple years in radio? There was a guy named Roy on there, and they wanted Roy to have a relationship with Whitney. And Whitney, when it was all said and done, Roy came out as gay. Do you remember that episode? Good night, Wyatt. Oh, I got me a medal. What I get? What I get? A bronze. Thank you, Matthew. A bronze medal for the night. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. Good night, Wyatt. What's up? Yeah, but on that show, I'm waiting to see if any of you remember Roy that was on. He was one of the DJs down in Charlotte when they worked down in Charlotte. Charlotte. Sarah says, I remember Roy. Good night, Wyatt. There's Melissa. I have not seen Melissa tonight. Okay. Roy and I are best friends. Roy and I worked at a radio station here in Roanoke, Virginia. He is from Roanoke and he's from Salem. And him and I met each other at the radio station. And him and I have been like brothers to each other for years. Elmwood, he was on the ones where they were at the radio station. They were at Kiss FM down in Charlotte. It was him, Maney, and Loren. And he left to move to Cincinnati, and that's where he's at now, is in Cincinnati. He's in this chat room every now and then. When Roy comes in, he's in the chat room with us. But he was on that TV show. And so we really got to see the inner workings of him being on this TV show, to where you're sitting here going, oh, it's reality. It's reality. There are scripts to these reality shows. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think you are seeing exactly what's going on in the world. No, there are a lot of scripts to these reality shows. Bluegrass, Bingstone Gap. Yes. Rocker said, I watched a lot of paranormal shows. Yep. Someone said, I don't remember. Mary said, I remember. Mr. Jefferson said, I have good news. But no, that's a lot of these shows are very scripted. That's like everybody thought that Duck Dynasty and all those shows were just Cy being who Cy was and Willie being who Willie was. A lot of scripts there. A lot of scripts, a lot of storylines. So, I like me some bluegrass. Yes. What's the news? If I had a show, you turn it off kind of. Joan, believe it or not, we would make that into the number one show. Yes. Well, number two, because Sarah's show would be number one with her torture of me in these chat rooms. The Haunted Bar. Sarah, we have the two young men, the brothers Young, here in the area, and the littlest brother wanted to learn how to play the banjo, but it was so heavy, so they taught him on the mandolin first. So he plays the mandolin. Rocker said, my brother lives 20 miles from Duck Commander. Look at that. From, what is it, Lafayette? Thank you, Sarah. I love you too. Those abandoned videos, love them. Yeah, sometimes you just got to back out of stuff. If it's an error message and it just keeps overriding things, sometimes you just got to back out of it. You know, the videos I'm getting into right now are the lawn mowing videos where they mow, if the house looks abandoned or something, they'll come out and mow the yards. What is it? Midlife Stockman. I'm watching his videos. Um, the one with Eric Yard, something with Eric. I'm watching his videos right now. What are you guys watching right now? What is something good out there that I need to be watching? Um, I watch Victory Outdoor Services. Um, if anyone else, YouTube is saying try again later. That's why. Okay. Um, I watch Victory Outdoor Services. That's the show about the guys who do concrete out of Wisconsin. Um, let's see. Let me some bluegrass. Live in Newport, Kentucky. Okay. I don't watch TV too much. Now I'm not talking about TV. I'm talking about YouTube. Now I know you're on here with us, but is there something out there that catches your attention on YouTube? Okay. Yeah, and YouTube may be considered TV as well. Yeah, that I just thought about that when I said that. But I'm trying to find, I, I'm one of those that doesn't take much to entertain me. I can sit and watch somebody play a slot machine and just sit there. I watch what's the it's a guy and girl and they play crane machines and they play video games. And what's it? I watch a lot of skin and healthcare and hair care videos. Okay. The mowers. I hate when a neighbor calls police and complains. Guitar. Oh wow. Okay. Hello, DIA. How are you? Uzi. West Monroe, Louisiana. Yes. Oh, Miss Jones. I watch that quite a bit. That is one Miss Jones says she watches the ones where you have the divers that go in and look for loved ones that have passed away and they can't find cars and they usually think that they're in a lake or a river or a bed of water and they go in. Fab rat, yes. Fab rats. Yeah, I've seen that one. Road trips, roadside attractions, yes. 89 built, okay. Let's see. Walked inside, found him slumped over the steering wheel. Wow. Okay. I did see a story on Red Fox today. Um, remember Red Fox who played Fred Sanford? And Fred Sanford's all his main thing was, Elizabeth, Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth. This is a big one. Evidently, his last acting, he did that on stage and was actually having a heart attack and fell over on stage, and nobody would come over because they thought he was acting. And it took them a few minutes to come to his rescue, but they saved him. But said that people thought he was being funny, but you got to remember that's what Red Fox did constantly. Um, as Fred Sanford. Yes. Yeah, no, I like watching Fred Sanford. I like watching Sanford and Son. That's pretty good stuff there. And I think Lamont, the gentleman who played Lamont just recently passed away. So, we're getting to the age now that we're getting up in the age. The older we get, the only things we see people at are funerals, weddings, and things like that. It used to be when was the last time you went to a family reunion? I haven't been to a family reunion in years. Yep, Lamont passed away 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I saw that. And when Red Fox passed away, he passed away penniless. He didn't have a dime to his name, basically. IRS had taken everything from him. And Eddie Murphy ended up paying to have him buried. And I believe he ended up paying for Richard Pryor as well. Uh-oh, YouTube has encountered an error. And that was something that, that was something that a lot of people did back in the day. Grady, I always liked Grady. I remember when I was in college, I went to college in North Carolina, and there was a little radio station that I worked for, and on Sundays, we would go and we would get the obituaries out of the newspaper, and we would sit there on the gospel station and we would read the obituaries. And that was something that we would read obituaries. We would do yard sales. We would do during the week, we had Swap Shop. If you remember Swap Shop was always that show that if you had something that you want to sell or swap, you would call into that show and you'd say, "Hey, I've got a charcoal grill and 2 chickens I'd like to trade for, 2 sprinkler heads and, a rake," or something like that. But a lot of those shows, and they're still out there today. Off-road towing helps people for free. Yes. We have several family reunions every year. Southwest Virginia. Yeah. YouTube era. Guys, if you were going through the YouTube era, I apologize. Yes, many of them only one. Guys, you don't think about these shows and how old these shows are, but some of these shows are 50 years old. And it amazes me. There's videos out now that they show the person as the character and then they show the person now, but it's done through AI. And if you've passed away, you've got a set of wings on your back. And so they show those a lot now on Facebook and YouTube, and I've been watching those. So I'm always amazed at how many people have passed on that, that we've done. Different Strokes. I think probably about 90% of the actors on Different Strokes that you remember have passed away. It's really sad when you sit there and you're like, wow, all these people have passed away, and it's really sad. Lisa, let me tell you, Swap Shop still goes on in a lot of towns. The only problem you have with them anymore is the fact that people call in and prank them. Yeah. Judy, is Pawn Stars still on TV? It is still on TV. I don't know how many new episodes they are making. But I know that they are showing it constantly on, if you have the channel Tubi, I think it's Tubi, or Pluto, things like that. You can go on and watch American Pickers, Storage Wars, things like that. Todd Bridges is the only one left. Yeah. Michael Landon, his picks from the beginning and then through the years. Yeah. We used to have a dial deal on local radio channel. Okay. Mo shows. Betty, that is, I just said it. Midlife Stockman. And he is from Detroit. He has an extremely good channel. He goes out and helps a lot of people in that community. He is one that he is probably one of the better channels because of how much he gives. I watched the other day, and he worked on one woman's yard to where everything that was said and done, it was like $2,300, and his viewers gave that money to them to help clean that woman's yard. It was like $2,300. A few years back on the radio Saturday morning called Party Line, where you could sell stuff. Yes. Sarah, when is your refrigerator running? Yes. Well, you better go catch it. Do I listen or watch any podcasts? I like Joe Rogan. I like his podcast. I think his podcasts are very informative. Um, there's not a ton of them that I listen to. Um, I think that Barry was okay. I'll check that out. But there's not a lot I listen to. I like listening to the old radio shows. I think, do you have Prince Albert in a can? Yes, you better let him out. Um, Diesel podcast. Okay. Yeah. So no, there are and a tremendous amount of great podcasts out there. And but I like the older radio shows and things like that. I love listening to the old shows. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here for tonight. I hope everybody's had a great night. Guys, pray for everybody in this room that needs prayers tonight. Let's see. I remember listening, switching hay and listening to it. People selling furniture and was so by the radio. Absolutely. It was good times. You could sell anything from a water hose to chickens to anything like that. It was swap shop. Swap shops were awesome. And I remember the gentleman, hello, swap shop. And I remember the guy's voice. Dalton, thank you so much for being in here with us tonight. I apologize for the crazy beginning. It was a venture to start with. You got it. Guys, have a great night. I will talk with you Thursday night. If you see some of these people popping in and out of things, tell them we missed them. We hope they're in here. I love animals. Welcome. But I will see you on Thursday night. You guys have a great night. Go pray for the Whitakers, pray for the Guthrie family. And guys, go do something good for somebody tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you soon. Bye now.